you know how you have an idea, but you don't know how to get started? So you start something. So what I did, I started a page on Telegram. It's called Repair Us Group. And what we do is raise money to prevent homelessness, right? And so it was so hard trying to raise money because people didn't want to donate. So what I was going to do, I was going to get $50 per member and then give it to someone in our group so they could start their business, just help them out. It's supposed to be like a support group. But I only had like 3 or 4 people donating. And I was, the one every month consistently, and everybody else wasn't. And this was like a 3-month thing, right? So I just figured out it's so hard to get people to cooperate. Everybody is in for getting the money, but they're not in for giving the money. And so, like, I didn't want to be the first recipient, so I let somebody else, win the first month and the second month. And it comes out, we were the only 3 people really given to the program. And so, like, you want to teach people, you want to help people, and nobody really wants to give to a cause. But when the cause is good, authentic, and I didn't want it to be all in my account. I was like, let's pick a person first, and then we'll send it to their Cash App. That way, you ain't got to worry about nobody cheating, and still couldn't get people to donate properly. So what I decided to do was start my own nonprofit organization, which I had been following this person on. I won't say any names, so I won't get sued or whatever. This is me also here giving money, raising funds on Facebook, because they have different avenues you can raise money on Facebook and give it to GoFundMe's. So, so I was looking up this person online to start my organization. Now, this is my Repair Us Group Fund on Facebook, my Facebook page. But I was looking for this person, and they was like, we can help you start your nonprofit. So what I did, I paid them $6,000 to help me get started. But I started back in 2013 with it's like a free electric car page, which basically you make donations, and then when we get enough money saved up, we can buy a car and just donate it to somebody in our group. Couldn't get anybody to do that. So this is a hard process. So I went ahead, paid the $6,000 this year, 2021, April, to get started. In April, it would take another 3 months to September to get my 501c3, my tax exempt status. I get my tax exempt status, but now I have to build a website. And, I'm the type person, my credit is 700 and something. I would want to pay off that $6,000, then start, adding to that. I don't want to add to my debt. I want to pay off that debt. And they told me they could write a grant, where the grant was supposed to be, you learn as you go, right? So I spoke to the grant writer today. She said she could only write me 1 grant, and I could or could not get the grant. It's a possibility I couldn't get it. So when I first started, when I paid them $6,000, I thought you guys said it was guaranteed. She says, no, what's guaranteed is we'll get you your 501c3 and we'll get you your name or whatever. But they want you to pay for, it's addition out of $6,000. It was another thing, the copyright. So they're in the business of making money because, and I'm thinking $6,000, that's hefty from one person. And all you doing is doing my paperwork. You know what I'm saying? So I did these websites, but they are not, I guess, professional enough, because they keep asking me for a different website. I did the website on Wix, which I created myself. And I had an appointment with a guy. But I was like, what if he creates these websites he know how to get the funding. You know what I'm saying? All I want to do is have the funds. I can go out there and help somebody. I know I'm going to be honest, but I don't want to get messed up in the process. You see what I'm saying? And I don't want to be so deep in debt trying to help somebody either. So I'm a homeowner. I've been a homeowner since 2014, almost 8 years, right? And I have refinanced my home. And so when you refinance, you basically start over, right? And so everything in my house is paid for, but I'm still in debt. You know what I'm saying? You don't pay all this money out, but you still have nothing to show. And same as my brother. He's been a homeowner for over 22 years. But things happen. You get behind and, you go to another house. I mean, you be a homeowner and you haven't paid everything off. It's like a vicious cycle with home ownership. And I know people are going to foreclosures now. And I was trying to build up a system so that, we could take the donations and pay these houses off. Say like they was in a house for like 10, 15 years and they only owe like $60,000. Instead of them losing the house, pay it off, especially if they plan on staying there for the rest of their life. And I hate to see old people get evicted. You know what I'm saying? They get evicted after they're paid their house off. And the only thing they have to pay is their property tax. The vultures have a well-planned system to rip everybody off. We don't have the system. And it's like, okay, I'm trying to figure this system out. But the deeper I dig into the rabbit hole, I'm finding that I need a business, like a real estate business, in order to loophole around this nonprofit business. Because a nonprofit means I don't make a profit. I can't help my family and friends, which I didn't know that when I first started. I'm thinking you have a business, you can help your family and friends. But they said, no, you got to help total strangers. You can't help your family and friends. So, and I can't help myself. So you want me to do all this work and pay out all this money and not be able to help myself. But I'm learning, if you already have a business and you got to pay taxes, the way you help yourself is dumping your money into your own business. You can help like that. So just to come out with a nonprofit, that's why I'm making this video so everybody will know it's not just a good idea. Because you're getting into a rabbit hole you know nothing about, and nobody explains it to you. You basically have to learn on your own. So if you have a business, it's thriving, then go ahead and get a nonprofit. So I'm coming from veteran. I've been a veteran since 2013, and a homeowner since 2014, because that's what my goal was, to get full walls. I wanted full walls. I wanted a home, right? But I didn't want a home that was so expensive that I would be house poor. But so I pay all my bills. I have $1,000 left I can travel with. But the more time goes on, everything is paid off, but it still seems like I'm in a rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? I don't have enough for gas. I don't have enough. So I stay home a lot, which I don't like. My point was to be out of the house, enjoying life. And I do that sometimes, but it's not as much as I want to. And I don't want to be on the road in my RV full time, because when I get tired, I want to come home and rest. You know what I'm saying? There is comfort in having a home. So I don't want to be on the road 12 months out of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like I did, but when I went to Florida, I did 2 weeks and then came home. And a lot of times I kept saying, I'm gonna stay out here, a certain amount of time, and then I'm like, I'm ready to go home. I'm tired of it. I want to get tired of the road. I want to leave. So the point of this video is to let you guys know, before you start a nonprofit, it's a rabbit hole. Once again, people will promise you things. These agencies that they'll promise you things, and they're basically lying. They are in it to get money from you. And once you get money, they'll start sending you stuff. They want more money. And I don't have that kind of money to be just sending y'all money. And this thing is not completely set up. So I'm stuck here trying to figure out, which I should be, enjoying my retirement, right? which I have been for years. And I come out of retirement just for a headache. And I went to the bank, and this made me cry. I went to the bank, and I got the money. No, I paid for the nonprofit out of my personal account, right? The $6,000, the credit card. So I'm thinking once I get my 501c3, I can go to the bank, get a business credit, and transfer that debt, because with a personal, you can transfer debt to another credit card. I want to transfer that debt to my business, right? Because it's not my debt, it's my business debt. Get to the bank and got denied. And I was so upset because I've been paying interest since April. So not only you got to have a business mind, you have to have a business mind before you start. Because people was like, it doesn't take all that. It's simple. It's not simple. It's a rabbit hole, just like everything else. So just to warn everybody.